Now we will see milestone in plant tissue culture. A number of scientists contributed more for the plant tissue culture. One by one, we will see. First one, Haberland, Gottlieb Haberland. Gottlieb Haberland, the first one is Gottlieb Haberland, German botanist. Father of plant tissue culture. First person. Single cell into a whole plant. In plant tissue culture method, he used non-solution as a culture medium. The non-solution contained glucose plus peptone. The Amberland proposed the concept of totipotency. Proposed concept of totipotency. Gottlieb Haberland, he selected one cell from Lamium purpureum. The Lamium purpureum is called red dead needle or purple dead needle. In Tamil, it is called Kondal. From the mesophil tissue of the Lamium purpureum, he selected one cell. From the mesophil tissue of a leaf of Lamium purpureum, Haberland selected a single cell and culture into a whole plant. That is the experiment of Gottlieb Haberland. Second scientist, P.R. White, in 1934. In 1934, P.R. White developed carrot plant. By root culture method. He selected only one cell from the carrot. Carrot, you know, it is a taproot modification. Carrot plant. From the carrot, a single cell selected from a single cell. He developed whole carrot plant by root culture method. He also used NOS solution as a culture medium in order to develop the whole plant, plus 3 vitamins. What are the 3 vitamins? Number 1, thiamine. Pyridoxine, number 2. Number 3, nicotinic acid. There are 3 vitamins. 3 vitamins used along with an NOS solution for the culturing of the single cell into a whole plant. 3 vitamins are thiamine, pyridoxine, and nicotinic acid. They are very important. So he produced the whole plant of carrot by tissue culture method. That is the importance of white. The third scientist will see. Third one, Stewart. Stewart in the year 1948 conducted experiments in the carrot only. He produced the whole carrot plant by using tissue culture method, but he selected coconut water. He selected coconut water for culturing medium. It is the culturing medium used by the Stewart in the plant tissue culture method. So he got a whole plant, carrot plant. Instead of usual culture medium, I told you there are 5 culture medium: MS medium, weight medium, niche medium, composite medium, and NOS solution. Apart from this, he didn't use any one of the culture medium, usual culture medium. Instead of that, coconut water he used and culture the carrot plant, and he developed the whole carrot plant. And the fourth scientist, Morrell and Martin. Morrell and Martin in the year 1952 and 1955 they produced or developed virus-free plant in dahlia and potato. So very important experiments conducted by the Morrell and Martin, and they used the shoot apical meristem used the shoot apical meristem culture method, selected apical meristem situated at the tip of the shoot, tip of the stem, and he isolated the shoot apical meristem and cultured, and that method is called shoot apical meristem culture method. By this method, he produced virus-free plants in dahlia and potato. Fifth scientist, Morrell and Scrooge. Morasage and Scrooge, 1962. They formulated Yama's culture medium. Yama's culture medium. This is one of the very famous culture medium. This is a frequently used culture medium. In most of the plant tissue culture method. Sixth one, Kanda et al. Kanda et al. The same year 1962, he developed test tube fertilization. In plants. It's also considered as a very important experiment conducted by Kanda et al. He developed test tube fertilization in plants. Seventh one, Yamada et al. In the year 1948, developed Kali. It's a plural form of callus. He developed many Kali. Kali is a plural form of callus. Callus is the undifferentiated mass of parenchyma cells developed in plant tissue culture. It is an intermediate product which gives rise to embryoid or embryo, which leads to the production of plantlets in the plant tissue culture. So that is the callus. Callus is undifferentiated mass of parenchyma cells developed during plant tissue culture. Yamada et al. Developed calli from Rudescantia reflexa. Rudescantia reflexa is a plant. From Rudescantia reflexa, he selected only one cell. From one cell, he cultured many number of calli. That is the importance of this Yamada, Guha and Maheshwari. Guha and Maheshwari in the year 1964, they developed haploid embryo. From the anther cells of Datura. From the haploid embryo, they developed haploid plantlets, and then the whole plant. developed. That is the very important experiments of Guha and Maheshwari. The ninth discovery was Vasil and Hilbrand. Vasil, Rasil and Hilbrand in the year 1964, they developed the whole tobacco plant by micropropagation method. Tobacco plant was developed by Vasil and Hilbrand by the micropropagation method. Take B et al. 1971, Take et al. Also produced tobacco plant from mesophyll protoplast. From the mesophyll protoplast, Take et al. Developed tobacco plant, the whole tobacco plant. Carlson in the same year 1971, Carlson developed interspecific plants. Interspecific hybrid he developed. Interspecific hybrid means it is a cross between two species of tobacco, Nicotiana glauca and Nicotiana Longsdorffii. When this plant is crossed with this interspecific plant is obtained. Melchers 12-1. Melchers et al. In the year 1978 developed tomato plant. Tomato plant is an intergeneric hybrid. It is an intergeneric developed by potato plant tomato plant. So we'll get tomato plant. The formation of the development of tomato plant is a very important hybridization experiments. It is called intergeneric hybridization. During intergeneric hybridization, intergeneric hybrid is obtained by crossing tomato plant or tomato plant. When any two generic plant are crossed together, we get intergeneric hybrid. So that is the experiments conducted by natures. Chilton. Chilton in the year 1983, he conducted experiments in order to get tobacco plant by gene insertion method. Haas et al. 1984, Haas et al. Developed tobacco plant by gene transfer method. By agrobacteria. So Haas et al. Developed a whole tobacco plant by gene transfer method. That means gene is transferred from one plant to another plant, and that plant is called transgenic plant. The transgenic plant is possible by agrobacterium. Agrobacterium is one of the soil bacterium which will cause crown gall disease in plants, in tomato plant, in tomato plant, potato plant, sunflower plants, some other plants. The agrobacterium will cause ground gall disease, tomato, potato, sunflower, brinjal. When the agrobacterium infect these, automatically gene transfer takes place, and that will make the transgenic tobacco plant. These are all the milestones of plant tissue culture.